resounding victory that the supreme leader of Russia has won in his managed democracy campaign, Vladimir Putin, and given the fact that he may feel relatively strong about his position, especially with the mass media of the world responding with a "it's good enough." What would we expect, and this is to all of those on that, what would we expect in the next 6 months, especially during the election period? What could we expect, especially in the area of mass media? Because I realize we've touched a lot of things, rule of law, we've touched human rights, we've touched the anti-democratic attitudes of the regime and so on and so forth. But the question is now, with Russia and with Putin feeling relatively self-assured of what he's done, in the next 6 months, we have these parliamentary elections in Ukraine that are going to truly put everything on the map. We are going to be at that crossroads. What might we expect from Putin in terms of what he can bring to the table, in terms of his impact on the Ukrainian elections? Thank you.
Please go ahead. We'll try after this to get one more question in, which will go to the person at the far microphone there.
My name is Rybachuk. I'm the president of Czechoslovak Association of Canada. We recently, our association received a letter from Prime Minister of Nečas of the Czech Republic. And he responded to some of our concerns of the Czech Republic very positively. And as you know, probably in pre-war Czechoslovakia, Czechoslovakia accepted many Ukrainians to study in the Czech Republic and to work. The same is right now, many Ukrainians are in the Czech Republic. And as you know, recently, Czech Republic accepted gave asylum to husband of Mrs. Tymoshenko. Now, I would like to ask you what, and of course, Czech Republic is very critical situation in Ukraine. Time. So I would like to ask what specifically you would like further to ask maybe to the government, or our association to support struggle in the Ukraine.
Thank you very much. That will have to be our last question. Do you have any comments on that?
I mean, both of those questions are very difficult to answer because or comment on, because I'm not quite sure what goes on President and Prime Minister Putin's head. And with respect to the kind comments from our Czech colleague, I think that the more that civil society can internationalize the issues that are important to Ukrainian people, as opposed to specific issues, political, geopolitical, which our governments are all right on top of. I think that's probably the most important thing. So in coming back to this soft power argument that I have with respect to the Ukrainian-Canadian community, the more links that we can make here with the Czech organizations, the Polish organizations, etc., you can, this adds, we leverage the kind of influence that we have. In terms of what we can expect from President Putin, nothing good. You know, this is the thing that really amazes me, is the Europeans are constantly astounded that the Russians behave exactly like they say they're going to behave. They're not sneaky. They tell you exactly, you don't exist, we don't accept your independence, we want to rule you, and that's it. And it's very consistent. Everything they do is consistent with that policy, and everybody goes, oh my God, can you believe that they actually mean it? I think that one of the most important things, so coming back to this internet argument, I just happened to read in The Economist last week in the context of what was going on in Russia. Since 2007, Russian internet users increased from 23 to 53 million. The number of people using the blog platform LiveJournal, which is one of the most popular ones, increased from 1.3 to 5.8 million. And there are 13 million Russians using Facebook, and even more using their own version called Kontakty. This is also a knock-on effect. 1/3 of Ukrainians sit in the internet. Well, not in my office, but I mean, a lot, all day, or are extremely extremely plugged in. Virtually nobody I know watches television anymore. You might get some people in the villages, etc., but it's not immediate. It's the same in Russia. The primary source of information in Ukraine today, as in Russia, seems to be increasingly social networking and the internet. And the thing is that all the babushkas in the villages do have cell phones, and you can tweet them, you can do whatever. This is the big challenge for President Putin. Is, the KGB manual doesn't have a section on Facebook and Twitter. It's, who do you arrest, right? I mean, all of a sudden you can't stop it. So I think that we're into a real game changer here in Russia for sure. We'll see how it pans out. And potentially in Ukraine. I think that social networking, this is why focus on the youth. This is the only hope both of these countries have down the road.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd like to thank all of our panelists for their contributions today.
I just have a quick announcement to make. Those of you who haven't had your internet fixed and need to access it here at the hotel, I'll give you the code, and it's case sensitive. All of it's lowercase, including the numbers. E87 E8D 3A. That's E87 E8D 3A. And if you didn't get a chance to write it down, you can catch me and I'll give it to you. One other thing is the room cold for some people? Yes. Great. Okay, we'll let the hotel know to turn up the heat a bit. Thank you.